Hello, Namaskar. Welcome to my YouTube channel Gaurav's Tech Talk. So I'm continuing that cloud computing, cloud concepts and fundamentals. So in this regard, today's our topic is like what are the stakeholders of cloud, risk and challenges, cloud components, cloud migration, cloud architecture, virtualization, and one example of past that is Google App Engine. So these are the stakeholders of cloud, like cloud consumer, a person or organization that maintains business relationship with user service from cloud providers. Cloud providers, a person, organization, and entity responsible for making a service available to the interested parties. Auditor, cloud auditor, a party that can conduct independent assessment of cloud services, information, system operation, performance, and security of the cloud implementation. Cloud broker, an entity that manages the use, performance, and delivery of the cloud services and negotiate relationship between cloud providers and cloud consumers. Cloud carrier, an intermediary that provides connectivity and transport of cloud services from cloud provider and cloud consumers. In that mostly three, like cloud consumer, cloud provider, two are main entity, like cloud auditor, cloud broker, or cloud carrier can be intermixed with their work. So these are the cloud service provider: Amazon Web Services, IBM Cloud, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, Alibaba Cloud. So these are the major cloud service providers today in the market, and these are the cloud carriers. This between service provider and consumers: AT&T, Sprint, Verizon. So there are risks in the cloud computing environment, like increased complexity, strains IT staff, insider attack, trust and security. So these are the risks. Like whatever complexity they have to train them IT staff, and maybe if it is everything in the cloud, insider also can attack. How they can trust all the things are then over the internet, how the trust and security can be built. So challenges again: cloud spend, cost, how much they have to spend and how much cost it will be, whether they are utilizing properly or not. So these are also the challenges, risk and challenges. And still it's a growing technology, and lack of expertise. Everyone is not expert in that, so they have to train them, they have to make them to work in this. So this is also one of the challenges. And there are multi-cloud, like hybrid, public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, how to maintain all this and how they can go through that. Like enterprise cloud strategy, there will be no plans, there will be single private, single public. So there will be multi-cloud environment will be there. That also is one of the challenges to implementing cloud computing technologies. Surely these are the challenges: security, privacy, and confidentiality. That also we have discussed in the previous uh, videos also. Like if it is there on into the over the internet, how that security should be provided, whether the data is secure or not, that privacy is maintained or not. Confidentiality means with which authenticate user only should get that access of the data. So that also has to be keep on updating that, because everything over the cloud, so there will keep on attack will happen. So they have to keep on checking whether these things has been implemented or not. And compliance, laws and regulations that apply to use the cloud. So different still it is growing technologies, internet only itself, and that cloud computing. So how to maintain that compliance? There are no clear cut laws and regulations, but they have to apply so many laws accordingly. They have to comply that different countries will have different laws according to their data safety and data privacy, but that has to be get compliant into that. And surely once they have to go to cloud migration, and they have to redesign the architecture of the cloud, training users on new system, bandwidth cost, migration expenses. So earlier everything is on that premises. So if they want to migrate to the cloud, surely they have to redesign the architecture of cloud, how much, what kind of cloud they are going to be use. So that they have to redesign the architecture of that cloud, and once that done, then how that new system works, that has to give the, they have to give the training for that user on the new system, those who are using their uh, technology, or who is even if they are service provider, if they are architecture developers, so how they use, so they have to also get trained on bandwidth cost, because it should be always available, it should be internet, so surely they have to more rely on that internet, and how much migration expenses happen, whether it is compared to now if they go to the cloud migration, whether it is more expensive or less expensive, so they have to manage that. And there is one important features in that, vendor lock-in. Vendor lock-in refers to situation where the cost of switching to a different vendor is so high that customer is essentially stuck with the original vendor. Like they have taken one cloud service provider, and then they want to change the new service provider, but they cannot do, because if they want to change, then cost will be more higher compared to the existing uh, cloud service provider. So they will stuck into that, and even though they are not happy or satisfied with that current services, but they cannot take risk to switch over to the new cloud service provider, that is only vendor, we can say, those who are providing the cloud services. So one enterprises uses someone cloud uh, cloud services, but they want to change, go to migrate to the some other cloud, but they cannot do that, because it will be more costly than uh, stucking into the continue to into the same cloud. So that's called vendor lock-in. This is cloud architecture. I think this also we have seen in the previous videos. Like once again we will go through that. Like this is client infrastructure, that is front end, then internet, and all this backend they will have storage, they will have infrastructure management, security, runtime, cloud service, application like PaaS, IaaS, SaaS, everything will be in this backend. So this is the architecture of cloud computing. So front end used by client contains client side interface like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. So these will be devices, mobile, laptop, desktop, tablets. Client infrastructure is a front end component. It provides graphical user interface to interact with the cloud. Cloud components, they will have different applications which is virtualized through that access through the internet, even though services IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, that is services provided three service model, and then runtime cloud provides the executional and runtime environment through that cloud. And a storage capacity provide a huge amount of space to store and manage the data. Infrastructure, server storage, network device, all these things happen through this virtualization only, and all this is managed by the cloud service provider. And that's what it is, built-in backend component, and internet medium through which the front end and back end can interact and communicate with each other. So everything over the internet only. So virtualization is technology that allows you to create multiple environment or resources from a single physical hardware system. The ability to simulate hardware via software, that is called virtualization. So this is hardware, this is host OS or bootstrap, and one called hypervisor which creates so many virtual machines for that. So ability to emulate hardware via software is virtualization. So this everything can virtualize, means can be provided over through the network, like desktop virtualization, network virtualization, storage virtualization, data virtualization, application virtualization, data center virtualization, CPU virtualization, Linux virtualization. Virtualization means whatever the physical resource, and that will be emulated to the client end, and it look like everything belongs to the client only, even though that is physical resource is that one only. So one physical resource share with several multiple virtual resources. So and it can be everything can be virtualized, and they can come to the client's space or client through over the internet. So one of that service, that is platform as a service, is Google App Engine. So that provides platform to host web applications. It provides a scalability, often called as Google App Engine or App Engine. So for all that web applications, Google App Engine provides everything. So if that have, they can use all different languages to build their web applications. So these are the languages supported by Google App Engine, like Python, Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Go, Ruby. So if anyone wants to get their own web application, make their own web application according to their own requirement, they can just get that Google App Engine, and using that they can make their own web applications. And one of that you can say very popular app engine for making web applications. So these are the features: popular languages, open and flexible, fully managed by the Google only, powerful application diagnostics, application versioning. So different application, if version 1, version 2 will be given, traffic splitting, application security, service ecosystem. Traffic means several how they can, their different application get different traffic. So all this thing will be there in that Google App Engine. Just it will provided by Google. So once they will pay for that Google App Engine, and they can make their own web application, host their own web application on Google App Engine. So this is open and familiar languages and tools. Pay only for what you use. Just add code. Secure framework, platform independence, quality services, and APIs. These are the benefits of Google App Engine. So surely, and you don't have to worry about where you have to store, how that runtime environment will be done. Everything all will be done by the Google. Only just add code, and you can have your own applications. So these are the companies using Google App Engine: Disney, uh, Pichao, that Buddy, Accenture, this YouTube, so Snapchat. So these are the company which use the Google App Engine to host their own web application. Just based on their requirement, they will keep on changing the features. So this is a dynamically scalable system that provides internet-based service, often virtually. That is your Google. Thank you.